Hey guys, Happysplasher here. Good evening. So right now we're going to continue with this new event, the Animus event, and we're going to change the order around for this a little bit because it looks like it's going to be better for us to do the roadmap stuff and then the Animus. And the reason why is because with the Animus, on the roadmap over here, you can get these reality shards, which you'll actually need in order to fight the battles in the Animus here, for example. And these Animus battles, they are not timed. You can place as many attempts as you need. You can also purchase more if you have to. But because of the order of these quests, it's easier and better if we do these first, because sometimes we might skip things, and so because we want to do them now. So currently we're on this quest here, so start a fight in the Colosseum 2 times. We'll need to hit the go, and we'll bring us over to the Colosseum. And we are now complete with that quest, so let's just finish up the Colosseum here. And the easiest way to do this is just to make sure that you have any number that is higher than the other troop that you're facing. And you will automatically win that battle anyways. This has also been covered in some of the other videos we've had in regards to the Colosseum. As you can see, battles are going pretty swimmingly here. And it's also good if you have a plan, so that way you'll know which direction to go. We're going to attack all these bottom troops and then bring ourselves back up. Sometimes it gets a little finicky. And, well, we are now done with the Colosseum. Okay, so we will head back to the roadmap. We don't want to overuse any of our resources because we will need them for these later quests. So we'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, the next quest here is to spend 21,000 gold. We'll hit the go, and this brings us over to our squad. Looks like the best way to do this is to actually level up some of our heroes. And we actually have one hero over here that's already 24, so we can do that. We can do this one at 42. We don't want to spend too much gold, but we can also lower the gold too. I think 24 will just be fine because it's also good if we end up increasing the stats of this hero. And so we see we are now complete, so we will now head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, the next quest here is to spend 150 gems. We'll hit the go, and this brings us over to the demigods. We could actually... So we can't buy a single demigod's chest with our gems because of that, but we can, however, go out of here, and we can head over to the Colosseum. Nope, not the Colosseum. We'll head over to the Dungeon of Trials and then purchase something in the black market, which we could use some gems over here. Also want to see if there's actually something a little cheaper in any other places as well. So 300 over here as well. And this one's actually going to be a little more helpful. So might as well just do our spending here. So just looking at what we have in the shop. Okay, so yeah, we'll spend 300 gems. And as you can see, we're now complete. We will head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, the next quest here is to receive 4,000 epic souls. We'll hit the go, and this brings us back to the summon hall. I'm going to head out of this and go over here to the Divine Arena, and the reason why is because we can get some epic souls over here if we do win these battles. I'm also going to check over to our Mighty Pass and use some of these chests as well. So just doing some math, so 600, that's 12, that's 18, that's 24, that's 33. Oh, that's actually all of them. Here, yeah, we can just open up all of these epics. Let's see if it will count. Yep, okay, so it will count. I'm also going to test and see if we can do some evolve on our souls here. So let's head over to the guild and then check out the bonus, make sure that we still have it available. Okay, so we do have our evolve bonus around. I'm going to head back now to the squad and then see what we'll need to evolve. Usually like evolving our hero over here. So we'll just evolve some. And it does count, so that is good. That is another way for us to get epics on this quest. As mentioned, I don't want to open up too many. So let's do... Suppose we could open one more of these larger chests. And then we can do a final evolve back in our squad. That's a little too much. Looking for something that has a little bit. 31 seems about right. That's 4K right there. We do have quite a lot of heroes. Let's check this one. 2K. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so we are now done with that quest. We will head back to the roadmap and continue. And it doesn't look like there's a cap on the number of the reality shards as well, so we don't have to worry about storing too much. Okay, we have the next quest here is to level up epic heroes 10 times. We'll hit the go. This brings us over to our squad. I'm going to first go over to the bonus and then see if we do have the level up one here, which we do. So we have that for a little bit. So let's level up our 10 epic heroes now. Going to filter for heroes that are epic and then also heroes that we can level up. And I don't need to go too high because I do want to save some of our levels for other heroes. So we'll do that. We'll just hop around a little bit, try to save the gold as well. So I need 4 more. Let's do 1, 2, 3. And the final one over here. So we are now complete with that quest. I'm going to head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, the next quest here is to win against other players 4 times. We have done this type of quest before, so we will hit the go. This brings us over to our league, which we will have to do some league battles. So I'm going to open up some of these chests because we will need the spots available. Okay, also working on another quest as well. That's good, that one is complete. Okay, let's hop into some battles.
Whoa!
Seems like these battles are actually a little slower. Not sure if they fixed the tech issue on the battles and also with the new interface, but we will see. Yeah, it definitely feels a lot slower now. Oof, we are taking some extra damage too because of the Drogon pet. See if we can split our heroes over here. Just have something survive so we can go for a board wipe. We are going to be taking a lot of damage here. I'm probably going to be taking lethal as well. Okay, so we don't have anything for a board wipe. We're just going to surrender. That Vixen really did the damage on us because we're going to take damage at the beginning of the turn because of his skill there. Let's start with the Masora and then put some heroes on the board to attack. And at this point, we're just waiting for more heroes. Okay, I'm going to take the chance that we go for a clear with the Grace. Okay, so that is currently 1 hero down. 2 heroes down. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go for the board wipe now and let our heroes get silenced, and that'll be okay. I'd rather draw out the silence now because we can actually back up our heroes on the board with the My 10. Okay, not too concerned about this Dragar, just has high attack. We will clear it out here with the Yoster. Just closing down some other windows here, see if we can make things a little quicker. So we're going to clear up the Diana there with the high health. Probably could have just went with the My 10 over here to attack. Okay, so we got the Koshi giving us a negative attack for now. That is okay. We're going to go for... this Yoster over here. We should be able to set up for lethal next turn because we have the lifesteal skill.
Yeah.
Okay, and even with this Grace here, we do have the open lane B. So just in case, we'll just do that there. Alright, so that is battle 1 of 4 that we need to win. And at this point, just hoping that we find some easier battles.
Yeah.
Did this summon a little early. That is okay. We're taking the risk that we can make this a quicker battle. Okay, we had the Groot, which has silenced our heroes. I go with the Yorick over here to clear out the Groot. And at this point, we're hoping to draw a Yoster in the next 2 turns so that we can get around the silence skill for later. Okay, at this point, I'm going to go with the My 10 just to clear out the Strick. I don't mind having our hero silence, especially since the My 10 does have high health. Otherwise, we are going to have this strong hero for attacking. Okay, so we drew out the silence. That's good. Okay, we have the Mizu over here, which will summon some freeze runes on our side. Let's go with the Masora over here to get some attackers on the board. Unfortunately, the RNG landed one on D3 with the freeze rune. Okay, we're now dealing with this Yoster over here, which is going to be a problem. Okay, we will attempt to set up for a board wipe for next turn. Okay, so also these freeze runes are going to be getting in the way. Okay, fortunately we do have a clear available, so let's do that. I'm going to also start with this Deadlord over here on A2. I want to summon these zombies so that we can clear out some of these freeze runes and then also have some blockers for later. Okay, so we drew out the stones, and that is also good because we don't have to worry about those.
Whoa!
Okay, this Strick is going to be dealing a lot of damage because of the number of heroes on the board. That is okay. We're going to go for the lifesteal, and then also going to go with this. Let's go with the Grace, because after the damage with the My 10, we'll have the extra random damage on the board. Okay, and we are in a pretty good board spot right now. I suppose even if they summon Scrap, they won't be able to clear out both of these heroes at the same time. Okay, and this is good now that we actually have the My 10 again. I'm going to summon them over here on C2 so we can attack. Just clearing out the Void Jewel and then going for lethal on lane B. Alright, so that is number 2. Let's open up one of these chests over here so we can continue getting rewards. Okay, battle 3 coming right up. So once again, I'm going to start with the Count Vlad, and then also see if we can potentially set up for an early lethal. Using the Grace to wipe out the Caesar's head because the metal shield given is going to be a problem later.
Whoa!
Okay, summoning a scrap rather early. We can clear this out, actually. It's actually... I'm thinking about this. I think this will be fine. I'm gonna summon the Yorick over here on C1. Let the random damage happen, and then we'll allow ourselves to attack and deal some more damage. And if the Grace or the Count Vlad are not silenced, we are still going to have the ability to board wipe. Okay, so let's see. Suppose we could actually go for the destruction skill, but I don't want to have them gain life, and I still want to draw the silence. So let us see what happens. We'll summon the Dead Lord over here just to transform the My 10. And then we have the option to either silence something later, or go for extra attack, or even have some more attackers with the Masura, depending upon how this turn plays out.
Yeah!
Okay, not bad. Let's take the risk with the Discordia over here on D1. Okay, so we will need an open lane somehow. The adjacent damage from the Shamuna cleared out our zombies. Okay, we do have the Groot, and we were just going to silence all these heroes, particularly the Void Jewel that gives the Metal Shield to the Warlord, and then we go for lethal on turn 5 there. So that is number 3. We have one more battle to win, so let's pop right in. I've also faced Immortal before, and they do have lower health on their Harbinger of Darkness, so this should be a relatively easy battle. Okay, going to go with the Count Vlad, which is actually not what we wanted there, but that's okay. We'll clear out the heroes here on lane C and go for some early damage. And we can follow up with either the Discordia or the Grace for next turn, and that should be lethal right there. So we do have the Discordia on the open lane A with the exact attack. Okay, and there we go. So that was the 4th battle that we needed to win. Let's head back to the roadmap. And continue. Okay, the next quest here is to collect resources in the gold mine one time. We'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the gold mine. We will fight and grab a little bit of gold, and then we will continue on. Just going to summon this My 10, which should at least clear out one hero. Get the gold. We will surrender. Okay, that is okay. As long as we collect the resources in gold mine, we are happy to do so. So we will head back to the roadmap once again and continue. Oh, here we go. Okay, the next quest here is to start a fight in the Colosseum 2 times. We'll hit the go. And we do have one attempt here for the Colosseum because we do have 20 tickets. I'm going to head over to our daily quest because we can collect some of our quest points. And in particular, this first quest here, this first chest off of the daily quest will give us Colosseum tickets. Okay, so now we can just do our 2 attempts. And we should be complete after these. Okay, so for these types of heroes here, you do the smaller number and then the number behind that, and then just rinse and repeat. So we are now going to clear out these heroes, and then go up the top here, and most likely go back down, followed by going back up to clear out the rest of this Colosseum round. I really wish they put keyboard on this somehow, or made it a little quicker, because I don't need to see the animation happen all the time. If they exploded or something, that would be nice. Okay, they are now done. So we will do that one more time. As you can see, we are now done with the start of fight in the Colosseum. And it's probably better for us to try and win these as well, because we do need the rewards, however big or small. Got a pretty easy one over here. A little bit of going up and down. As you can see, it's not that difficult, but it does take a little bit of time. Okay, and then we'll head to this final tower here. Oh. Okay. And we are now complete with the Colosseum, so now we will head back to the roadmap once again and continue. Okay, the next quest here is to spend 1,000 Mark of Destiny. Okay, so we'll hit the go. And this brings us over to the shop in the Threads of Fate. We will spend exactly 1,000. It's a matter of what we do want to spend them on. I guess we can do it on... I wonder if you can take a look. Okay, so it does tell us the number of heroes that we have. I guess it's okay if we end up summoning on the leader Nilin, because we're a little short on the numbers here as opposed to the ones here. So we'll spend our 1,000. And as you see, we are now complete. So we'll head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, the next quest here is to spend 21,000 gold. We have done this before. We will hit the go, and we will now head back to the squad, and we'll find another hero that we can level up for around 21,000. So I'm going to look around in our squad, seeing if we have any other heroes that we can level up. So that's 24, so that's good. I actually don't mind having a stronger Harn, so let's also see where he is in the Reborn. Yeah, let's give him a level. Okay, leveling up a legendary hero, that's cool. Okay, and we are now complete with that quest. So we will now head back to the roadmap and continue. Okay, we have the next quest here, so spend 150 gems, we'll hit the go. And as done before, we are now in the Summon Hall. I'm trying to remember where we went. I guess it was the Event Center. Yeah, we can spend some more gems on the epic version of the Grimoire Nightchild. We do have a couple more of these as well, so in case we need to do that again. Okay, so we'll now head back to the roadmap. And it looks like these quests don't carry over as well. So as we did before, we did spend the 300 gems, but it only counted for one of them. Okay, so now we're on this next quest here to win against other players 4 times. We'll hit the go. I guess we're now back in the league. So let us open up some more spots for us. I'm going to hold on to these legendary chests because we will need them for other events. And we can keep hopping into battle and fight these heroes here. I'm going to see if we can set up for an early lethal as well.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that we were going to do so many league battles in this new event.
Whoa!
Ouch. It would be really good if we drew a Groot right now, which we do not. So this here is actually going to be destroyed by the York, which is unfortunate. Gonna go with the Masora over here, just to see how many copies we could potentially get.
Whoa!
We do get a little bit of an attack boost, so we can take advantage of that. And now we're really hoping that we draw into Discordia for next turn. This My 10 could also be helpful as well.
Whoa!
Okay, we did draw the Discordia. Let's see here. Guess we'll go with our board wipe. And then just going to go with the York for damage. I do want to save the My 10 for when we have a stronger board to attack with. And if we draw out the silence, that's not too bad. We already do have a couple more attackers on the field. Okay, so we did draw the silence, as expected. Okay, and it's actually decent that we do hold on to these heroes. Gonna go with the Yoster because we're gonna play a little more defense against the Kabas because they're gonna get a lot of block anyways. So we are very far from lethal. We'll wait until there are more heroes for us to clear.
Whoa!
Okay, not too worried about the Shaolin over here. I'm going to actually go next with the Deadlord to transform the Kabas. Okay, that should stop the block happening for at least the next couple of turns. And at this point, it's better for us to save the My 10 for when the stones happen soon enough. Or when something like this happens. Okay, fortunately we did have the Yoster, it did clear out the Aharon, so that is good. Going to summon this Discordia over here and give some extra attack to some heroes. Also going to give us an attack boost to our Chaos heroes at the end of the turn. So a little bit of an attack boost, not too much. Okay, so we drew out the stones. Okay, we have an Alexandria giving some health back to the Warlord. Okay, we have a clean board wipe there. Gonna go for the lifesteal and then also follow up the Masora over here so we get some more attackers. Guess I could have summoned the York for a little bit more damage. But we're gonna need his damage to clear out some potential walls. Although I see now that we can't summon the My 10 anymore because our melee spots are filled up. Okay, you know, we will summon the York. Okay, taking a little bit of damage to our heroes because of the death trigger. Okay, that kind of stinks. Well, if any of these heroes do get cleared out, we're going to be in good shape because we can follow up with the My 10. If any of those heroes were cleared out. Okay, let's go with the... Let's actually go with the Yoster over here on B1. We will need to deal damage to this Villainous Mad Genius because it is going to heal the Warlord at the end as seen. And we can put a little more defense on the board anyways, so I'm not really too concerned. It's probably just going to be a big stalemate. This scrap here will not be able to clear out our heroes because we have way too much damage going on. I'm going to go with the... Grace over here on A1. Okay, and we have just... Oh, we do not have enough damage for that. That is really annoying. Okay, some more life gain again. This has become a very long battle. Okay, fortunately all those here are clear. Let's place another attacker on the board. And at this point, we wait. We wait until we can actually deal lethal. The Villainous Mad Genius has been weakening our heroes, so that is why this has not been going through. That hurts. Okay, even with the negative attack given by the Aharon, we should have enough for lethal here with the two Yorks. Okay, as you can see, that was a very long battle in terms of defense. Let's continue and open up some more chests. So they're starting off with this Dominus over here on C4. I'm going to place this Yoster over here to block, and then also start potentially setting up for damage for the next few turns. Okay, we're going to go with the Masura over here on... Actually going to go for the what do you call? Going to go with the Count Vlad over here and then go for the Masura. I want to increase the chance that we do deal some damage to the board, so that way we can set up for board wipe for next turn. Okay, we do have the health boost at the end from the Yoster, so that is good. Take some damage over to our field, and hopefully they don't drop a Madam Agony, because that would be the way that they would clear this out. Or Might 10, that could work too. Okay, they go with their own Yoster. Okay, cleared out one of our Masuras, but then is still stopped by our own Yoster. Okay, we have the transform happening over there. Okay, we have our damage, so let's do that. Clear those out. We do have a hero that is silenced. Going to go with the Yorick over here on D1 to clear out the zombie, and then allow us to have some spots to attack with the Masura. Okay, and at this point we should have lethal for next turn, just because we do have the... If the Yoster's still around, we'll still be able to deal damage, and if the Masura's not around, or if the Yoster's still not around, we do have the Might 10 to clear. Taking a little bit of damage with the Drogon pet, that is okay. Okay, and then we do have the two open lanes with the Masuras here, followed by the Yorick dealing damage on lane D. Alright, so that is number 2. We are currently out of slots right now, but we can still battle. And this should count for another battle as well. So let's keep going. As you can see, we're experiencing a little bit of a slowdown. I will probably restart this if we go into the next phase of this world event. Actually, you know, I will restart after this battle. That probably makes a little more sense. Alright, so let's clear out the scrap over here with the Dead Lord. I want to save the Might 10 for the Rocker Boys that are coming out soon. And then they'll also be able to give some support with the Masuras here. Okay, so I'm going to go with the Yoster over here on B1 to block the Shearshot. Although with the Masura copy coming up, the Shearshot should still be able to attack. Okay, we have the Alexandria coming out, doing a little bit of heal back to the Warlord. Okay, I think this board is going to be good enough for us to wipe out. So we're going to go with the Count Vlad, followed by the board wipe. And then behind that, we are going to go with the Grace over here on D1. And we do have a couple of good options for next turn. I do want to keep row 2 open, so that way we can silence if we need to.
Whoa!
Okay, I'm going to go with our own York against their York. And we could have potentially gone with the Grace for the random damage to clear out, but I think this is going to be better as a floater on the board. And then we could also just Groot or My 10 for later. Okay, so we'll go with the My 10 over here on B2, or B3 rather. We do have the open lanes now, so we will have lethal here. Okay, so that was battle number 3, I believe. Yep, okay. So I'm going to just restart this, and then we will continue on with these battles here. So we will come back in a short while, so I will be right back. Okay guys, we are back. I did a restart and it looks like things were slow for a little bit, but now we are back on pace. So yes, so I did a battle offline. We are now complete with this win against other players 4 times. So we'll hit the claim and continue. Okay, the next quest here is to collect resources in the gold mine 1 time. So we'll hit the go. And currently we would have to wait another about 2 hours for gold mine. So in this case, we will now continue and start doing our Animus battles. So we are currently right now trying to path this out because we do want to find a way to get as many of the marks as possible while also allowing us to have some relatively easy battles. So let's just see what we have here for requests. We have to spend demigod scrolls, which we don't want to use. We do have this reward over here, boss over here, and then this reward over here. So yes, let's go through the easy path. So currently we are on this boss here, Loyal Warden. Let's take a look at his skills. So every 3rd turn, it will give the ability, so at the beginning of the turn, will deal damage to the enemies in 2 random lines. Okay, so we want to make sure that we can take the damage. So we want to summon heroes with high health and then also deal as much damage as we can so we can avoid that. So yeah, we can take a look at some of the heroes as well. Okay, and let's hop right in. And as shown from the previous video, we know that we're using this warlord for the time being. Looks like we're using all epics this time, which is nice. That'll allow us to deal a little bit of damage. Going to activate this preventative strike here because our hero has relatively low health. And maybe we'll protect. Okay, this Ice Clod will freeze one of our heroes at the end. I'm going to go with this melee hero over here with the high health to protect.
Whoa!
And looks like we do have the open lanes now, so we will continue and summon this melee hero over here, just to spread out our damage. And looks like our preventative strike skill is now over, so we will continue attacking. Okay, clearing out this hero with the Reborn, which is nice. And we do have lethal this turn, so let us go for the attack. And there you go. So that was Loyal Warden. Okay, and we will continue. Okay, so because of the pathing now, we only have this one hero, so let us fight this next one here. This is Deceived Monkey. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever he is attacked, he will receive spikes, and then he has block. Okay, so we're going to see more damage happen to our heroes every time we attack them, so we want to attack with as strong heroes as possible. Also, they do have a little bit of block, so we want to make sure our heroes do have attack. Let's also take a look at some of the heroes here. And let's hop right in. Okay, currently we do need to deal with the spikes, so guess we can actually start with our hero with the high health. And because of that, I do want to start with our melee hero here. This one here gets an attack boost for later. Just going to continue. I'm going to activate our preventative strike now, and then also place this ranged hero behind the melee hero. You can see the spikes is starting to grow. Okay, not too concerned about the Caesar's head, and I'm actually going to let this hero slide. I'm going to go with this hero with the high health. This hero does also have a death trigger to deal damage to a female enemy if it does die. Okay, I guess we should actually get rid of the Caesar's head now because we are going to start taking a little bit of damage. Okay, this tower from below does start freezing our chaos or except anything that's not chaos or a building. Going to go with the board wipe. And can't clear out this hero because of the mental shield, but that is okay. And I guess we can end up summoning a chaos hero over here, although it won't survive. I guess it'll be okay. Our Lake Pixie freezes an enemy at the end of the turn, so that helps us out a lot. And at this point, I think we're going to defend with this hero. Pretty close to lethal. Okay, let's go with the silence over here, so we can attack. I'm gonna go with this melee hero with the high health, and still allow us to freeze.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with this melee hero next. Okay, the death trigger did actually clear out the female hero, so that is good. And at this point, we're not worried about these spikes, so we'll just go on the open lane A. And there you go. So that was Deceived Monkey. Okay, and we will continue. Okay, we can do some more pathing. Let's see what this quest here is. So by collecting 1,500 gems, we'll get 4,000. Wonder how we can get those gems. I don't think we have anything around for that, so we'll actually have to see here. Do some potential pathing. Let's see what this easy one is. So this one here is Fiery Hestia. Let's take a look at our skills. Okay, so whenever an ally appears, they will get Splash, and then also, whenever they're attacked, they will improve the other ability by some damage. So it looks like their heroes are going to get Splash, and so we'll need to keep our heroes away from ourselves in order to avoid taking more damage. Just looking at the rewards and comparing them. But let's take a look at the heroes while we're here. Okay, so 150 off of potentially 30. Wish I could just see this without clicking it. Nope, I don't think I have the option to. I guess it's probably better if we do save these. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go. Oh, actually, we get a better reward just for actually not doing that. So yeah, we should be able to plan a little bit better. Okay, so if we do the quest here, we're going to be stuck, and we don't want to be stuck. So let's head over to the battle here. So we're now facing Jack in the Box. Okay, let's take a look at its skills. All right, so at the start of the turn, we'll summon a golden present to a melee enemy cell. When an ally appears, they will get a health boost, and then at the end of the turn, improves the second ability by some health. So it looks like we're going to see these golden presents on some of our cells. We want to make sure that we clear those out. And then we'll also see a health boost whenever an ally appears, so we want to make sure that we have high attack. And then we'll see the boost happen again. So here are some of the heroes. Looks like they're all epic at this point, and I'm not sure if it's because it's chapter 2 or if it's because it's normal. Doesn't really say, but we'll hop right in, and then yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, it hasn't said anything on whether or not it is... This is a one-time thing. Wonder if this is going to be good. Let me just take a look at these skills again. We do have the Caesar's head. That could actually help us out a lot for damage. But I want to see how they're going to extend. Probably better if we just do the Caesar's head. Going to summon this on D2. And see we have the golden presents that deal damage. Okay, let's go for the preventative strike, and then also go with this range hero over here on, what do you call them? D2. We'll get some puppets, which will help us reflect some damage and also cleanse some of our heroes. Going to go with this range hero with the high attack. Not too worried about this Tent of Life. Okay, we are taking a little bit of damage. Let's... Okay, I believe the preemptive strike skill is going to be gone at this point. I think it's probably better if we just go for a board wipe. Also get some mental shield on our heroes because of clearing out other heroes. I'm gonna go with this melee hero over here with the high stats. Okay, he is frozen, so that's good. Gonna go with this range hero next. Okay, looks like this melee hero has a little bit of spikes and block. Okay, and they are going to be taking damage whenever they destroy one of our heroes. I'm going to summon this melee hero with the low stats. And at this point, if any of our heroes are destroyed, they will be taking lethal. So let's go for silence here. So we can't summon anything because these are all melee heroes. And there you go. So that is Jack in the Box. Oh, I wonder if we could have still done the quest. That would have been really weird. There is a daunting feel to this place. Compassion gnaws at me like a dog at a bone. I must not falter. Animus allows you to peer inside the depths of your soul, Harn. There is compassion in every single one of us. How poetic. A warrior knows mercy no better than a judge knows compassion. Doubts are the death of duty. That's right. Pity is the weak of weaklings. Pity is the way of weaklings. All sinners deserve to die, preferably a long and gruesome death. He really does look like the Kool-Aid Man. Alright, so we have this next battle over here. This is Norman the Wrecker. He is hard, and let us take a look at his skills. So at the start of the turn, we'll summon a Fireworker to an allied range cell, and then every 5th turn, we'll summon 8 Fireworkers. Okay, so at the beginning of the turn, we're going to see a Fireworker show up, so we'll need to take care of that. And then also on the 5th turn, we're going to see a lot of them, so we want to make sure we can clear out the board. Also, I can see there's a lot of health here, so we are going to be using multiple attempts for sure. Let's take a look at some of the heroes that we're dealing with. And again, it still hasn't been said on if it is a one-time use of heroes or multiple use of heroes. Because if it's like Pit, then we should definitely save our heroes. But if it's not, then, well, I guess we keep going. Oh, I probably should have defended him here. Oh, okay, yeah, you know, Wonder if we can stick around long enough to get rid of the other heroes. It's gonna be kind of early. I think it's still gonna be okay though. So let's, because we need to clear out multiple heroes anyways. So let's go with our range hero with the high attack. I say with the high attack because it's probably better for us to just deal as much damage as we can, avoid some of these stronger battles. So we'll do that. We'll spread out some of our damage.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's good that preventative strike is around for 2 turns. Go with the melee hero with the high stats here, just to clear out this hero. Okay, did want to get rid of those extra rotters. Okay, next turn we're going to see a lot of Fireworkers come up. So we want to make sure that we can either clear out or defend. Let's go with the hero with the high stats over here. It's also good that we did save our board wipe, because we will need it for this turn. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, let us go with the... So we're probably going to be losing this round, but that is okay. We can now prepare for when we do the preemptive strike. Let's do a shuffle, see if we can... Oh, you know what? I should have done it on something else. Oh, maybe this one isn't too bad. I'm gonna go with this melee hero over here on C3.
Whoa!
And I put it on C3 because we do deal some extra damage whenever any one of our allies are attacked. Oh, so much for that. Let's do another shuffle, see what we can find. Nothing good here, so I'm just gonna, if it is sort of like Pit, we should get rid of our weaker heroes. So let's do that. Just surrender here, because we're gonna be taking lethal. Well, we did a little more than halfway. That's not too bad. Let's go back in for another battle. And we will also save our first skill for when we do need to clear out these other heroes. It just needs to... We need to be prepared for that. So we're going to summon this melee hero with the high health. This might actually be better if we do have these buildings as well. Not quite enough to clear that out. I'm going to go with this range hero over here. This one actually gives us mental shield when one of our allies are destroyed. Just need to play this out correctly. Okay, we'll go with the range hero next over here on D2. One here freezes 2 of the enemies. We can also clear out some heroes there.
Whoa!
Okay, gonna go with this building over here to block. It also gives negative attack, and then we'll also give us an attack boost to our heroes when it dies. Okay, and we will survive long enough for next turn, so we will do the preventative strike then. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we're going to go next with our range hero over here on C1. Alright, so those are the fireworkers, so we don't have to see them for another 5 turns. We now clear all of those out. Okay, and we'll take a little bit of damage, which is okay. Gonna go with this melee hero over here, just to block for our crystal. That will give the mental shields. We still have our board wipes, and we still have the preventative strike around. Gonna go with our melee hero over here.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Okay, we do have some freeze, which is not what we want to see. Let's do a shuffle, see what we can find. Really looking for something that does have maybe Pierce, which we don't have. I'm gonna do one more shuffle, see what we can find. Okay, this one does have spikes for every hero around themselves. Also has high health, so it'll be able to survive a little bit of damage.
Whoa!
And it will help us set up for our destruction skill here. Alright, so yeah, let's clear out these heroes so we can deal a little bit more damage. Gonna go with this melee hero over here. Okay, we're gonna see some fireworkers happening in another turn though, so we do want to be prepared. Let's see. We'll go with this range hero over here to clear out. As long as those rotters don't get in the way. Okay, this Lord of the Undead has gotten in the way of the fireworkers, so that's good. Ooh, all of our heroes are now gone. Alright, so I guess we can silence these heroes and then probably do a little bit of stall. We do have... Yeah, we do have a little bit of protection, so let's go for that. We have this hero with flight and mental shield, blocking on some of the lanes. Okay, we'll attempt to do some more damage here with the high stats.
Whoa!
I don't know if we'll be able to outrace the number of heroes that they have. We do have some extra attack runes from the Warden. Don't know if that'll be enough. No, it will not be. Let's see here. I suppose let's take advantage of the extra attack rune. We can also summon this Mushu. Nope. Alright, we are going to be taking lethal this turn. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we aren't going to be able to deal sudden death because we're not going to stick around long enough. But they are very low in health. So we will do one more attempt. And at this point, we'll just go for as much damage as we can. Go with this melee hero over here.
Whoa!
Okay, and just checking the skills, making sure that we don't see any additional damage over to us. We'll go with this range hero over here. And there we go. So that was Norman the Wrecker. And we got a legendary chest on this, which appears only to be those shards. Okay, well, we'll open up this epic chest next. Get some more rewards. Okay, so we now have a choice again. Let's take a look at some of the battles that are available. So we have the Celestial Treant. Let's take a look at his skills. All right, so whenever an ally attacks, they will get a health boost, or a health boost, or an attack boost as well. And at the end of the turn, they will get both of these. Okay, so we want to make sure we clear out as many of the allies as possible so that they don't get the health and the attack boost. Let's take a look at some of the heroes over here. Okay, and this is also the reward. Let's take a look at the bottom one. Also the same reward. And this is Rascal Joe. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever an enemy appears, it will poison the enemy warlord for some damage. Okay, so let's see here. Got those, looking at the skills. So on the one end, they have a field that may not be destroyed, and then for us, we will be taking extra damage. Just don't know how much it's going to add up, especially since our warlord health is pretty low. So, you know, I think we will actually try for this one. Yeah, we will try for this one. Let's see how much the poison damage actually does add up. So again, it does mention whenever an enemy appears. Okay, got it. So in this case, we will want to go for as much damage as we can. We'll start with the Preventative Strike, and then we'll just start going for damage. So there's some poison damage already. And then I guess we'll summon another hero over here to protect. Probably should be splitting the damage just because we do need to deal more damage over time. It's gonna do shuffle to find a stronger hero. That's nice. Okay, we're gonna be taking 66 damage now, so we are on roughly a 4-turn clock. This hero will not be destroyed by range because this Windsong has evasion, so we'll go with... gonna go with this melee hero over here. Okay, we're going to take some more poison damage, so we are now on a 2-turn clock. But we will have lethal on the open lane here, so let's just check to make sure there is no death trigger. Going to go with some more summons. Probably should have summoned another range hero just to be sure. But yeah, there we go. So that was Rascal Joe. Okay, let's grab our reward. Okay, at this point, we don't have a choice anymore because we only have one path. So yeah, let's go check out the Fallen Archer. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever any hero dies, we'll deal damage to the warlord. Lovely. All right, so that means that whenever any hero dies, we're going to take damage to our warlord. So because of that, we want to make sure that we deal as much damage as we can, because I'm guessing they're probably going to do something like more summons. We also want to make sure that we don't have our own heroes destroyed as well, but if we have to, so be it. Also take a look at some of the skills here, or some of the heroes rather. And so yeah, so let's hop right in. Okay, we'll start with our damage skill. And then just going to go with the hero with the high attack. Trying to set up for the next couple of turns. Okay, so we have this range hero over here. This gives an attack boost to our Chaos heroes, and then also extra attack. And as expected, we are going to see heroes that do create other summons. Oh boy. Alright, so let's see. We're going to be taking additional damage here no matter what, so we want to deal as much damage as we can. We'll take advantage of the extra attack.
Yeah!
So that's fine. We will probably take lethal here. Or not. Okay, well, in that case, we want to not destroy this hero and just attack. Just going to skip the turn to also avoid death triggers. And there we go. So that was Fallen Archer. Okay, grabbing our rewards. Okay, so let's continue to path. So we have up top here, we have Holda the Enlightened. Let's take a look at our skills. So at the end of the turn, we'll give negative attack and give damage to the wounded enemies. And then whenever an ally dies, it will improve that ability by negative attack and also damage. All right, so it looks like we're going to take damage to our heroes and then also lower attack. And so because of that, we want to make sure we can deal as much damage to their heroes as possible, and then also make sure that we don't have wounded heroes. Also, let's take a look at some of the heroes. Okay, I also see the reward over there is around 900 and a little bit of gold. So let's actually head back and see what the quest is here. So the quest here is collect 2,000 for 5,000. But is there any way to collect gems? Don't think so. There are some over there. I suppose if you bought them, but we're not going to do that. So we'll head back and do some battles. So yeah, so let's hop right in. And this one is also hard as well, so we will expect some extra damage. Okay, so let us start with taking a look at here. Yeah, I guess this hero with the high health is not going to be too bad. Okay, we can clear out this hero, so we don't need to use the preventative strike. Also has high stats, so very nice. So we're seeing some extra damage there. This hero here actually gives Mystic 2 Chaos Heroes at the end of the turn. Allow us to have some protection. This hero deals damage to all male heroes at the end. Probably do want to get that ready for damage. Also going to summon this melee hero with the flight and gives us spikes to our heroes. So that way we can trigger the destruction skill easier. Okay, we'll summon this range hero next over here on B2. Okay, and at this point we will go for the destruction skill just to clear out this lane. Then also go with this range hero next with the high attack. We do have Toxin on our heroes from this melee hero, but that is okay. As long as we can spread out our damage, we should be fine. Some more damage happening over there. Let's go with the... Seeing here, I'm actually going to go with the silence just so we can attack this hero. I don't want to see our hero being wounded and then having the lowered attack. Okay, I'm another one of those Sunrise mains that deal damage. Going to do a shuffle and see if we can find some heroes to attack that. This hero can actually give Reborn to one of our Chaos heroes, but we don't have any. We'll rather just prevent the extra damage to our male heroes, which we do have quite a few here. Okay, we do have additional damage happening there. See the poison, that'll actually be enough to clear that out. I'm gonna go with this melee hero over here with the high, with the mental shield giving to two of our heroes. The poison damage clears that out, so that's good. Okay, this hero will get missed, so that is fine. Going to go with this range hero over here on the open lane A. And we got some more toxin happening to our heroes. Okay, I'm going to go with... Swaps the health and attack of a random enemy. Probably going to be better if we end up clearing this hero, so we'll go with this melee hero with the high health. What does this building do? Oh, gives a health boost to allies around. Okay, that is something that we should have cleared out. I'm going to go with the melee hero over here, just to get rid of this hero. And we'll go with another melee hero over here to clear out this hero. Okay, and looks like we will have lethal here, so let's go with our... I'm actually going to summon this building, because I'm thinking it's more going to be like Pit, so we should be clearing out our weaker heroes. Alright, so let us go claim our rewards. We're both fighting evil, warrior maiden. Step aside and let me do as duty calls. You've spared the witch, liar. Confess and lighten your burden before I take your head off your shoulders. That's messed up. Well, that's quite the fighting spirit, lady. Join us with the Harn and we'll have a blast. I'm not talking to you, you vile spawn. I'll deal with you later. Now is the time for the execution. Alright, so we are on the boss here. This is Torvi, God's Scourge. Okay, they are hard, and then also let us take a look at their skills. Okay, so whenever an enemy gets an attack or health bonus, they will deal damage to the enemies, and then whenever this boss is attacked, they will improve that first ability by some extra damage. Okay, so we want to avoid having our heroes get a health or attack boost so that we don't take damage to our heroes, and then also to not trigger off that other skill. Okay, let's take a look at some of the heroes here. I guess we could probably have some sort of strategy against it, but at the very end, we do need to make use of our attempts, so just try and deal as much damage as we can. Okay, and there are no buildings on the board, so that's kind of nice. Going to take a look at our heroes, every frozen enemy. Okay, so as long as we don't have anything of that. Let's go with the hero with the high health, just to start protecting our lanes.
Woo!
Okay, this hero is going to get in the way of our other heroes, so let's go with our Thunder Strike here.
Yeah!
Also summon this Caster of Shadows because we can do some curse, and that'll start helping us to clear out some other heroes for later. So we'll continue, we'll get another range hero just to attack. Okay, we did take a little bit of damage, which is not ideal. Some more curse, that's fine. Gonna go with this melee hero over here. Oh, we did get an attack boost. Oh, there we go. I should have avoided the Lady Clear. I still thought that the health boost is going to help out. Gonna go with this melee. Oh, not the melee hero. Let's go with this building over here on what do you call them? B2. This one will summon a zombie in front of themselves. Okay, this tombstone here will give attack boosts. Ooh, we don't want to summon this hero because we're going to give an attack boost. Do any of these heroes have vampirism? They do not. Alright, so that is good, because we don't want to trigger that damage to our heroes.
Yeah! Oh.
Okay, this is good because all of our order heroes are cleared out. We can... Let's go with the melee hero with the high health here. I wonder if this goes off regardless. Oh no, okay, so how do we get an attack boost? That was so weird. Oh, because we had a nature hero. Okay, I forgot about that. Oh boy, alright, that is fine. Got this Ruthless Executioner, which has extra attack and also bleeding. Let's clear out this hero with the range hero here. Not too worried about these heroes because they are affected with this negative attack skill. Seeing here, this one here has spikes. I'm going to clear out the mental shield on this Drunken Master. They may have to clear out for damage next turn. Got a little bit of poison damage happening on the Evil Slayer here because of this zombie. Can't give an attack boost to our nature heroes. Mental shield disappears. Okay, I'll go with this. Ooh, you know what? We can do some heal damage. That'll be fun. Sure, why not? So we have another way of dealing damage over to the Warlord now if we do end up doing some healing. If we end up dealing some healing. Let's go with this range hero to clear out this range hero. Okay, we took additional damage, which is not what we wanted to see. Does negative attack count as damage? That is so weird. Oh. Sure. I'm wondering how they count that extra damage, because it doesn't really say. Okay, healing is okay, I think.
Whoa!
Okay, let's go with this hero. Ooh, don't want to summon that. That gives a boost. This one does not. Let's go with the melee hero with the high health. And again, we want to be very careful as to which heroes we do end up summoning because we don't want to trigger off that skill. I wonder if attack steal does count here. We'll protect this range hero. Okay, so this hero will be destroyed by the bleeding. Let's take a look. I have to look at these heroes now because of avoiding that attack boost. So that's the bleeding. Okay, so that hero can be cleared out. This hero here, whenever it attacks the enemy warlord, that's also going to trigger the damage. I'm going to do a shuffle to see if we can find some heroes to attack, which we do. This hero, it gives a health boost to allies. Well, how much damage are we taking to our heroes? 26, this was 27. This one gets a attack boost for every poison triggered. Should be fine. Yeah, if this is the only hero that's taking the damage, then by all means. Okay, so that'll clear out. Let's go with this melee hero with the... Yeah, this one will be fine.
Yeah!
Ouch. Okay, so if we do any type of attack boost now, we are going to lose our entire field. That's not what we want to see.
Whoa!
Okay, I guess we'll go with this. Since we have no other allies, it's not going to trigger off that skill. Okay, I guess that's still not going to matter. Let's go clear out this hero here.
Whoa!
And it looks like there are no sudden deaths, especially on turn 21. We still haven't seen anything. So it looks like it's just battle all the way. Okay, that wasn't very helpful. Guess we'll clear this out. Sure. Okay. I'm gonna go with the destruction skill here, then follow up with this range hero next, just to clear, making sure that there's no additional attack boost. Okay, I'm gonna go with this melee hero next, just to deal damage.
Whoa!
Okay, we're going to be taking lethal next turn because we are very low on health. I don't expect us to actually survive this, so we're going to just do our shuffle here and go for damage. Do an attack boost over for nature, which is not going to matter. And that's fine. We did have a board clear as seen. You see a very long battle on to turn 26. Okay, we have another attempt, so let's be mindful of the heroes that we summon. Okay, this melee hero here does have flight, pretty decent stats, and also can summon damage pentagrams. See here, any hero deaths gets an attack boost, which we do want to avoid. Let's go with the Preventer Strike, and then also the hero with the high stats. This one will also give spikes to our allies, and also has spikes itself, so we'll trigger off the damage skill. Okay, let's go. Again, have to look. I wonder if it doesn't trigger our damage. Yep, this doesn't happen if we don't have any other zombies on the field. Okay, do we have any allies with block? We do not.
Yeah!
Okay, and at this point we should have lethal for next turn because of the number of heroes we have on the board. So we'll go for board wipe, and then we'll also silence just to be sure. And then we will just skip the turn to avoid no death triggers, as we did get rid of them with the silence. And yeah, that was Torvi, God's Scourge. Okay, we will collect our rewards. What was that? Aharon, why did you spare the witch, but not the demon huntress? Ari, is this your doing? That was Aharon's call to make. I did not guide him. That was his judgment, and a right one at that. Aharon, buddy, what's gotten into you? Shake it off. Come on now. Less drawl, more brawl. It had to be done. She was a fanatic, no different from those she was hunting. She deserved to die. Okay, so let's grab this reward over here. Got 2 demigod scrolls and some random epics. And, well, we're heading over to floor 3. Ooh. Don't sulk now, Aharon. If you get stuck in the Animus forever, you'll have much more fun with me than with Ari. I'm sure Aharon won't be here long, you rascal. That's not nice. He'll make the right choice and leave the Animus behind. What if I make a mistake and do something this place isn't all that happy with? Will I be stranded here forever? That's right. The Animus helps you choose your destiny. Your deeds were questionable before, so now you'll have to choose one path to follow. You're the talk of all Pangea. I mean, not the most favorable talk, but that's all whimpering and whining. Just choose violence. No. Okay, so looks like we're going to be a little short on I keep on forgetting what these are called. These are called reality shards. So yeah, we are going to be a little short, so we'll need to wait until they recharge. And so yeah, we will see you guys later. This is Happysplasher, signing off.